Hello, everyone. This is Sophie from Bright Opal Tarot. Welcome, one and all. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And let's see if we can get it to 200 subscribers by the end of the summer. That'd be great. There could be a few things in the works where I might do some collaborations with other people. As soon as there's something more tangible, I will let you know. And let's see if I can get some lights for us. That thing really doesn't make much of a difference, so we'll leave it at that. And what I was wondering is about the Washington Post article about a grand jury having been convened to review the evidence about Mr. Trump and his enterprises and probably potentially his family and his associates. So, what I'd like to know is okay, hopefully they will have a good mix of Republicans and Democrats, and that the people they're going to select are going to be people who are intelligent enough to realize that Trump is not the president of the United States in 2022. Because, according to the stats, 50% of Republicans believe that Trump is the rightful president. 50%. That's bad. So let's see if we're going to be able to get a fair jury. A jury who's going to look at the evidence with a clear mind and objectively and without involving politics into this so that everything is fair. If there is something to charge them with, then let them be charged. If there is nothing to charge them with, then let's not charge them. So that's basically how it should always be. So the first question is the mix of the grand jury going to be a fair mix between Republicans and Democrats? Is the mix of the grand jury going to be a fair mix between Republicans and Democrats? Now, I'm going to do, as you, the regulars know, this is the deck I use for my yes-no readings. And what I do is basically I use the Wheel of Fortune to determine what the answer is according to its position. And if it's in the upper left quadrant, then the answer is yes. If it's in the upper right quadrant, then the answer is yes, but there are some other things associated with it. If it's in the lower left quadrant, the answer is maybe or it hasn't been decided yet. And the lower right corner is no. So is the jury going to be composed of a fair amount of Democrats and Republicans so that, those things about it's not fair and, there were a bunch of Democrats and QAnons and whatever else Democrats are. So let's look at that. Are they going to be fair? So yeah, there's going to be a fair amount of both on both sides. They have convened the jury, yes, but right now it's a question of waiting for other things to happen. Everything is hidden. Now, I'm not a lawyer. I don't know American law at all. I barely know Canadian law. And I don't know if I heard this right, but when there is a grand jury, all the findings presented to the grand jury are not necessarily disclosed to the defense right away. I think it needs to be disclosed when they go to trial, but when it goes to the grand jury, none of it is disclosed in advance. So that would um, explain the high priestess here, that there are still secrets that are not being disclosed to the grand jury. And the world in the new position. It's not a done deal. Okay, in the yes position we have the hangman. It could be a different way of looking at things, or it could be that he's hanging there waiting for something to happen. With the Three of Wands here, we're waiting for our ships to come in, we're waiting for the information to come in. So um, that would explain it. So, okay, and we have the Wheel of Fortune in the yes, but. If we continue here, we have the Ten of Swords, which is stabbed in the back. Somebody is going to speak on Mr. Trump. And the Eight of Swords. I hear here that the world is going to be captivated by all of this. Understandably so. But anyway. We have the Wheel of Fortune. So I think that what's going to happen is that they are looking at making sure that everything is perfectly balanced, everything is perfectly synchronized, which is why there's a waiting time. And the people who are going to be selected, some of them will need to look at things from a different perspective because they've always heard something else from Mr. Trump. Therefore, and Mr. Trump seemed to be believed all the time. So I think that that's basically what the hangman is about here. And we have some jurors already selected, others are not, and that's what we're waiting for here. And at the end of it, it's going to be a fairly balanced grand jury. Therefore, it's going to be difficult to have just the charges dismissed based on the lack of fairness from the prosecution. So they're playing everything by the book. They don't want to mess this up. Did they find anything incriminating Trump, Donald J. Trump? Did they find anything incriminating Donald J. Trump? Did they find anything incriminating about Donald J. Trump? Did they find anything incriminating on Donald J. Trump? Okay, there's something here that came to mind. Everybody has been talking about, is it Al Capone who was put to jail for tax evasion instead of having killed so many people? Anyway, one of those guys from the 20s and 30s. That's basically how they ended up in jail, not for all the murders they committed, but more for the tax evasion, something so stupid as that. Pay your taxes, people. Okay, so are they going to find something incriminating about Donald J. Trump? I haven't said here that Mr. Trump committed murders. Didn't say that. I'm just comparing the two, okay? So the Five of Wands, it's a battle. It's been a battle. Trump is cunning. I mean, we have to give him what he has. The guy is cunning. He knows how to influence people. He knows how to manipulate people, and which makes the work for the prosecution a lot more difficult. We have the King of Sword here, the judge, the Six of Pentacles, and the Judgment upside down in the no position. So yeah, it wasn't easy to gather information, and a judge has been involved quite often. Well, we know that they had to go to the Supreme Court, all the way to the Supreme Court to get uh, his tax reports or something like that. Anyway, and a lot of it could have something to do with charity work. Trump and charity. It's just two words that don't mix unless there is some kind of fraudulent things happening here. So, and the judgment, well, I don't think things went there the way they really wanted. We have the Three of Cups here. There's a little celebration and people coming together to share all that they have. And we know that that has happened between Letitia James and what's the name of the other guy? So I think they joined forces because they were running out of time and they wanted to make sure that they could. Um, oh, they could get all of the information. Temperance. I think that the judge here and the temperance cards. The judge basically um, might have delayed some of the things here, tempered the enthusiasm from the prosecution when they had when they had to go get an order of the court to search for something specific. Also, when they go to the grand jury, they have subpoena power and they can get a lot of subpoenas served. That is also going to be tempered. Hmm. Oh, I have an extra card. Strength. Right now, the strength is on the side of Trump. No, right now they don't have enough on Trump to make it work. And it's the the weight of presenting the proofs or the evidence to the grand jury lays on their shoulders. I mean, the prosecution's shoulders very heavily. I don't like the outcome of that. So, according to this, they don't have enough evidence yet. They don't have enough evidence yet to um, get Trump. But they know something is there, which is why they convened the grand jury. Because they will have subpoena power. I didn't see anything happening with Trump until 2020, the mid to end of 2022, 2023 anyway. So I was surprised when I saw that the grand jury was being convened. So it doesn't mean that they won't get anything. It just means that they don't have something at this time, I think. They need to catch other fishes to get to Trump. And yeah, They need to catch other little fishes to get to the big piranha. So, do they have anything on the children? Do they have anything to charge enough to charge the children with? Do they have anything to charge or enough to charge the children, the Trump children with? Tiffany? We never hear of that girl. Although I don't trust her as far as I can throw her. Do they have enough to charge the Trump children with? 7 cards. Do they have enough to charge the Trump children with? The world, they have come to some conclusions, I think, and they're discussing this very heavily. It hasn't been decided yet, and again, there's a lot of weight put on the shoulder of the prosecution to come up with this information. The children are somewhat they are tied to this. In order to catch the children, they'll have to look at things from a different perspective. And they're not doing that right at this time. They have a lot of information. Um, and they're looking for which directions to go when presenting the information to the grand jury in order to potentially get to the children. It's not a firm no at this time like it was for Trump, so things are not looking as good for them as it does for their father. Um, Here's the Queen of Wands. I don't see her as being. I don't see her as being the princess because she's a Scorpio. But one of them feels tight inside. If that person talks, some kids are going to fall. If that person doesn't talk, nothing is going to come out of it. Uh, does Tiffany have anything to do with all of the Trump misdeeds? Does Tiffany have the Queen of Wands is Melania, and she feels all tied up inside. And if she talks, the kids are going to fall one by one. If she doesn't talk, no. That's what it was. Tiffany, does she have anything to do with the Trump mafia? And does Tiffany have anything to do with the Trump mafia? She's isolated from the others. We've always seen that. There's a maybe there. I think that she might have gotten involved in the later year, not before. She was protected by her mother or her big sister, surprisingly enough. Sorry, I needed my salted caramel latte. She is involved with someone. She's recently gotten engaged with another billionaire. And I think that, okay, she has something to do with family business, but she's going to walk away on her own because she feels the heat. She wants to hang on to what she's got. So my thinking is that maybe Tiffany is going to make, and I'm not even sure of that, but maybe Tiffany is going to make an appearance on the witness stand, but not in the defendant box. Wieselberg or Weiselberg. It's the French in me. Weiselberg? Weasel? Weisel? Is he going to spill the beans? Is he going to spill the beans on Trump? Is he going to spill the beans on Trump? I hear that some of them are going to be caught lying. So some of the witnesses, some of the associates, Wieselberg or others, even the kids, are going to be caught lying. And that might be one of the things that is going to get them in a big poo-poo. Is Wieselberg going to spill the beans? Well, he's playing pretzel, pulling out stuff from his magic hat, so he doesn't have to talk. He is lying and hiding things and lying by omission. And he may spill some of the stuff, but not all of it. And he now realizes that, why is this upside down? I'm not supposed to have upside down cards. He's been working for them for such a long time. He has a lot of things to say. Okay, he has a lot of things to say. It's his life's work. And he doesn't want to see it destroyed. So he's going to be choosy in what he talks about. And he's going to one thing is for sure, even though he might try to seduce his way with the grand jury or when they go to court, he's not going to be in a satisfied position. That guy might be going to jail eventually. So, right now he's folding himself like a pretzel, pulling a rabbit out of a hat in order to not talk because it's his life's work and he doesn't want it spoiled. So he's going to lie or lie by omission and then walk away. He may be walking away from a deal. Although I don't see a deal card in here, he's going to walk away from someone, from the prosecution or from Trump. And he's lost right now because he feels he has been abandoned, and he's looking for a way. He's looking for his way to get out of the fire. So, yeah, it's going to be half and half. I don't know what else to ask. So I'm going to leave it here, especially since it's 25 minutes long. And I'm going to try to do another video on something else soon. So you guys take good care of yourself. Have a blessed day. And I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.